frozen tundra of Minneapolis right now, freezing my ass. We're gonna get into day 3 Sunday of VeeCon right now. Whitelist spots? Whitelist?
Goddamn, bitch! You got that splat.
What's your name?
My name is Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm 47 years old. TikTok? Are they on TikTok? TikTok?
Who's your favorite influencer?
My favorite influencer. Bradley Cooper. Gary V is speaking.
Last couple of years that I think we're gonna add on with the incredible energy of this morning with a little bit more spice, so I'm excited. Let's welcome the amazing Seth Green. Who likes this dude? That's where we're gonna start, Seth. You
Alright guys, new project, Brickfest Live, because we're bricked up. Are you bricked up? Because I am! You wanted to mint an NFT, but we got bricks instead. Whitelist?
I'm so proud of the project, and I had to get it out there. And if I'm being honest with you, we're barreling through the market, the bear market. We've released, I think, 11 NFTs thus far. So basically what I did was I traveled the world with a Polaroid camera for 99 days. I traveled 85,000 miles, took over 4,000 Polaroids, hand-selected 99 finals to mint as NFTs, where the buyer of the NFT would get the physical one-of-one Polaroid. Because I knew I was speaking here at VeeCon, Gary Vaynerchuk's conference.
Famous Alpha.
Gary V has been monumentally inspirational and motivational in my life, and I had the pleasure of visiting him and getting some notes and feedback on the project while I was creating it. And I have yet to give a proper thank you to Gary in a way that means a lot to me and in a way that I hope means a lot to him. And so the original of the day today, original number 5, is a photograph of Gary and I that we took in New York City, and I want to gift it to Gary Vaynerchuk as a thank you for everything he's done in my life. If we could show the photo on the screen. He's not here right now, but thank you, Gary. I am so excited to have you a part of the Originals DAO, and there's so many things in that photo that mean so much to me, even just the memorabilia in the back is so cool. And Gary, I love you, man. I'm gonna give you a big fat hug after this conference. You've done an amazing job.
I'm so excited to talk about this next intersection between NFTs, entertainment, and sports with some major icons in the space. And I want you to get your energy ready because these folks deserve a huge round of applause. First up on our panel today.
I'm gonna start it off. Come on, from YouTube in November 2021, I think it was, when you came on my channel, maybe like 200 subscribers or something. To VeeCon, we're in an NFL stadium. Jenny from the blockchain hosting panels here. She's officially official, and you were doing a great job. One of the ones I saw was about physical to digital. But just tell me about how is it to host something at VeeCon?
First of all, hi.
Hey.
okay, we gotta stop. Let me just. It's been great. This guy should be the one hosting the panels. Okay.
I'm not as quick-witted.
It's been fun. I've had a blast. First day, I was super nervous. I was like, holy shit, I'm about to host a panel. And then today, I felt a little better. I'm like, good, you know. And then tomorrow, I got 2 more. One on the main stage. I'm nervous, but I think I'll be fine.
So you're like firmly in the trenches right now, and we're in the middle of a bear market. A lot of people are sad.
That cracks me up when people say that because it's like
you gotta mention
it's been like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks.
I know we're
like,
so dramatic, aren't we?
We're in the middle of a bear market, guys.
But you're like really out here. You're working in Web3. What is your outlook when you really talk to these professionals on stage about this year and the future of the blockchain?
Well, we're more talking about like, you know, what they've accomplished, what they're working on. Like, we're not talking about how the market is down fast. Like, you know, it's like people are still building, despite, you know, maybe prices have gone down, but it's like people are still building and there's still things happening. So, you know, we just talked about the good things.
NFT NYC, dude.
I'll be there. I'm throwing an event. You should come to it. You should come to it. You should come to it too.
All right.
You guys are invited.
When whitelisted?
Put you on the VIP list.
Whitelist? No, VIP. Oh,
Put you on the
not
VIP
everything
list.
is a whitelist. Sorry. Okay, Jenny from the blockchain. Find her on Twitter with Jennifer_pseudo. Do a pop
Oh,
tag.
you already know. Let's go.
Come on. This has been the homie for like the beginning. So shout out to her. Really proud of her.
That's crazy.
Congrats.
And how far are you going? That's crazy.
We have
We gotta take a picture together too.
Let's do that. I'm pushing A. I'm pushing alpha.
We are building community. That's one of the most important things that we need to show. Vursaah. Let's give it up for Farouk. Samad. Say that. These five. So we're going to be talking about NFTs. We're going to be talking about the power of communities and building communities.
My name is Farouk Sarban, 27-year-old entrepreneur, founder of Rug Radio. Been building communities on social platforms since I'm 12 years old.
I'm Sean Morrison. For the past year or so, I have been head of community at the Palm NFT Studio. Palm NFT Studio is a side chain that is dedicated towards NFTs. For the past year and a half, I've been the founder and editor at the Black Chain, which is a newsletter and a platform that I built to amplify the work of women, BIPOC, and LGBTQ folks in NFTs. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm VeeCon. I'm the director of Vibes at Fractional Art. I'm a NFT collector. Some people call me an influencer. I view myself that way. I host a bunch of Twitter spaces and just vibe with the community in general.
Let's talk about just the power of community and why community is so important right now in this new Web3 world.
I mean, it's literally like the pillar, like the spine of the entire space. Like you're seeing it here in this room right now, you know, VeeCon, you know, like the entire NFT space is here, the whole eco chamber is in one stadium, right? When you actually dive deeper into the word community, into what it actually means, it's arguably the most important part of the entire space. You can't have a project side chain or what you're doing fractional, what we're doing Rug Radio without the people, which is all y'all that are the active market participants, right? So community is like the importance of it in Web3 is it's everything.
The vibe. Like just explain that a little bit. What's the vibe?
He invented that title.
I just love that.
Yeah, I think we did invent that title. The director of Vibes is kind of a mixture of this like community manager slash like partnership slash relationship manager. It's more just this overarching goal where I'm like doing a whole bunch of different things, and it's like, what title can we give that? I don't know, like director of Vibes. And then, you know, Andy, who's out in the crowd somewhere, was like, oh, that's awesome, let's do it. And then now it's like, Farouk, vibe officer for if you will world. We have director of Vibes popping up every other day. Like Jeeves just became a director of Vibes at Wave Financial, and it's just like, oh cool, like now we have a new title in the world called director of Vibes.
I saw Jenkins hire like Fred guy or something.
Yeah, not Fred guy, I think director of Vibes. It's growing, it's a growing industry.
I'm sure. You know, I love the power of community, but how do you ensure that your communities are inclusive and diverse and that everyone feels welcome? Because as we're starting to see a gap and a divide in this Web3 world, how do you ensure that you're speaking to the interests of everyone and giving everyone in your community a voice?
That is, you have to be in touch with their community, right? I mentioned the level of entitlement that community has, but they also speak back to you, and it's important to listen. It's important to have a pulse on your community to assess where those blind spots are. What I think is wonderful about Web3 is I see a lot of intention about making it inclusive, and I didn't see that before. So I am very well versed in Web 2. I'm an entrepreneur, also an investor. I think that what's unique and special about Web 3 is just that understanding and the importance and the intention that comes with really trying to make a space inclusive. I think that comes down to people like the chief vibe officers, right? It's our jobs to make sure that if you're building a community, it is as diverse as possible, because what we want to do is we really want Web3 to be reflective of the world at large, and so it takes 100% intention.
Just how inclusive the idea of fractional NFTs are, because it was getting to a point where like a CryptoPunk is, you know, $40,000+ at the time, Bored Apes at the time were I think over $10,000, and it's like, okay, this is quickly becoming a wealthy person's game where if you want to gamble on this stuff, you need to have a lot of money. So fractional comes in where it's like, okay, we can break up any blue chip NFT into as small pieces as people want, and then that allows any buyer to come in and be like, hey, I only have $30, but like I do want to own a piece of CryptoPunk. I don't want to gamble on a silly, I don't want to say a project that exists, so I'm just going to say like a silly salamander or something, like I don't know.
Sounds like your V-friend.
How I look at art, how I approach it, my own sort of like artistic practice has changed quite a bit. And just, I think, just like a lot of people, this technology is something that I think can be used in so many different ways to sort of like augment the things that you're already kind of like interested in. And for me with digital art, it obviously is such a like perfect fit.
Okay, Dapper Dinos, VeeCon 2022. See, the whole squad is decked out. Dapper Dinos merch. Is this out yet?
Not out yet, no. We brought it here.
Unreleased, so that is alpha in itself. But what are we looking at 2022, rest of the year for Dapper Dinos?
We got a Dash game coming out. It's going to be, literally merging Web 2 to Web 3. You'll be able to get it on your app stores. Ultimately, hopefully, if the market turns around, we'll have our tokens dropping. We'll be taking the Dash, putting it on chain, so your Dino lives on Polygon as well. We have our Merit Circle partnership, so that's huge. 100,000 people, one of the biggest guilds in the space. $150 million raise. Doesn't really get much bigger. They're going to help us build out our marketplace, help us really grow from where we are to where we want to go. And as hopefully you'll start to see aspects of the Derby and the actual racing game come to be too.
Awesome. You guys might want to replay that again because there's tons of information in that right there. So a lot on the way for Dapper Dinos. Remember Temple Run?
That's literally.
Remember Flappy Bird? Remember all those games? Well, look like we got something here.
What people don't understand is like they're like multi-million-dollar enterprises that are built on skins and emotes, and it's all the things that people are forgetting as they're building out Web 3. They're forgetting that the bases, you're almost too small when you only go to 4,000 moves.
Yeah.
Whereas if you start widening it to kids, families, friends, bathroom breaks, when you're taking a long shit, like what do you're like, what do you want to do?
Real content is bathroom breaks. Thanks for talking to me, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, here with Crypto Mason. Definitely check out his new dedicated NFT channel.
Yes.
So not just doing the crypto, but doing the NFT channel. Here at VeeCon 2022, what have you been up to? What are your hot takes from this conference?
One thing I like a lot about VeeCon in Minneapolis is the choice of the stadium for the venue. The stadium just works for a conference like this, and Gary's killing it. I love the Pharrell talk. I watch Pharrell
Sure.
in the morning.
Yeah, legend.
Speakers, great time so far.
Okay, it's a scary time right now for NFTs and for crypto. You're one of the big experts on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. You guys probably already are. He's huge. Talk us down from, the ledge. Give us a silver lining to what's going on right now.
I mean, this is just to shake out the people who are weak hands. Like, these are the people who are leaving right now are the people who don't understand NFTs at all. Or the people who just simply want to make money. If you're here to only make money, these type of times will get you out of here. But for me, I'm here for the underlying principle of all of this, and that's going to make me stay. And the thing is, the people who win are the people who are going to stay. Like, my biggest regret in crypto, and I'm gonna avoid this regret in NFTs, was falling asleep to crypto in 2018 and 2019 after the big crash. Right? So when there's a big crash, it's more important to stay even more tuned in.
Yeah, there's tons of $1 million life-changing opportunities. You just have to be paying attention in a market like this, but also pay attention to my guy, Crypto Mason, Twitter, YouTube, all that. Appreciate you, brother. Glad to meet you, dog.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for doing some content. 2022. I'm glad you did. Tell us what's going on. Corner Machine. Looks like we could win some alien friends, some big NFTs.
Right on. It's this whole idea of how do we collaborate with a whole bunch of communities? Let's get a Corner Machine. We can sweep people's floors, give them exposure, tell their story. Like a lot of projects weren't able to come to VeeCon, so this is a way to kind of hook them up, collaborate, and just draw a lot of attention to what we're doing with Corner Machine through doing good for other people. It's one of those win-win-win kind of situations.
Now, is this just an IRL activation, or is there going to be any digital component of this? Am I going to be able to do this online?
No. We want the Corner machines to be like an IRL activation, but we also have our quarter machine drops, which that's our project we're working on. Those are associated with our animation studio. So if you get one of our quarter machine NFTs and we use it in one of our animations, then we give out feature awards. So we paid out a couple $100,000 in feature awards. We have 5 animations down. We've gotten over 40 million views on YouTube. Isn't that wild? 5 projects, 40 million views. We know YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the heart of some great projects. We got CyberCons right over there. We got Subdutch Machine here. What's the Twitter? Where can people get involved?
Everything's at Quarter Machine or at Space Station.
Quarter Machine. Thanks to my guy Sean. I think we might go spin our luck.
Yes, get the Clonex, bro.
The
or a
Clonex?
Quarter Machine, or join Quarter Machine. Either way.
Let's go. Thanks,
Cat.
Hey everybody, can we get a round of applause for this guy? He just got a Clonex from the Quarter Machine. Let's go! Yeah!
Alright, what can I get for you? Hey, do you guys have any alpha? Lamb? You don't have any lamb?
The menu's
That's where the alpha is? Do any of you guys have alpha? Alpha? Any open sea buys for the day?
Like Goblin Town.
What? Goblin Town? Alpha.
You're gonna shit your pants. What do you got to say, mister?
I'm just happy that I have the attention span to listen. You know, because a lot of times, you know, we get so successful we forget to listen. We get so caught up in ourselves to where, you know, nobody can tell us shit. And I'm thankful to have Nick on my team because Nick is very aggravating when it comes to bringing new shit to me. He brought Instagram, he brought all kind of shit to me, and I was like, man, get that shit out of here. Like, the first time he brought, what was the shit where they follow you at? Twitter. He was like, yeah, everybody's following you. I'm like, oh, motherfuckers following me? But I need
Snoop does not run his own Twitter. Confirmed.
It's just the way he explained it, and that's why Cordell came in and gave it an understanding of where I could really understand what Nick was talking about. Nick had great ideas. I just didn't understand the dialogue or the lingo. So once my son broke it down to where I could understand it in, you know, dope dealer terminology, then I could take it, flip it, dip it, and do my own thing with it. I will say, create your own lane so you compete with nobody but yourself. And that's what I'm doing with my NFT. And creatively, when I do things, it's got to be fun. That's the first rule of creativity.
Fun.
It has to be fun. If it's
You
not
won't have
fun,
the energy because you're like, this is corny, I'm out.
if it's not, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't care who it's with. If it's with this superstar, it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. I got to come have fun. When you ask me to come to VeeCon, this shit is fun.
Here with Betty. Tell us, what we got going on? What are the themes of the booth?
This is my throne.
Okay.
So, throne room, I guess. The booth is really an immersive Deadfellaz experience. We wanted to bring merch, but we didn't want it to just be selling merch. So, there's this whole lab situation happening, flashing lights and zombie hands, and we've got this dynamic camera that takes really cool video moments of people. You can use a little filter if you're not dogs.
Right. You can become a part of the horde. Really exciting 2022 already for Deadfellaz. I mean, I saw the partnership with the Chicago Bulls, which is like really cool as a basketball fan. What are the other exciting things for Deadfellaz in 2022?
We've got loads of things coming up. VaynerCon is probably one of my, I'm so stoked for. We've got the trading card game, Dead Friends. We've got lots of in-person events. NFT NYC, we've got a big party on the 21st. Yeah.
Deadfellaz, first NFT project I interviewed on my channel. See us at VeeCon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I need a little bit more effort. I really need to understand who the fuck's coming back next year.
Okay, Gary Vee is still talking, and we're at a 1 ETH floor. We've literally like 4X'd in like 15 minutes. We're at an NFT conference right now, getting paid, making money.
To travel with, but I also sit here in this closing.
Guys, VeeCon 2022 in the books. Gary Vee killed it. One of the craziest experiences ever, going to a Web3 event and literally getting paid to do it. Got the pass for 0.23. There's an all-time high of 0.9 ETH while we were in the conference. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. We're gonna hang out in Minnesota for the next couple of days and catch a Twins game and hanging out with my guy over here. Gang to my cats. Sup to all my ducks. Guys, there's probably a whitelist giveaway we're doing. I don't know, whitelist. Comment below and yeah, let me know what you guys think about these vlogs. Are you having a good time with it? I am. NFTs